I was like, how would I read this book? How am I going to go through all of this? Welcome to this special episode of Catch Up with Fa. I am here again, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm so grateful for how you share my video, how you comment, how you engage with my post. God bless you in Jesus' name. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and I'll actually paint the story. I will tell you the story behind it. So today we'll be talking about the end is the beginning. The end is the beginning. So what do I mean when I say the end is the beginning? Many times we human beings, we get worked out. We are easily tired, But everything just looks tiring at some point. Let's not lie, to be very honest. Maybe you are trying to do something. It feels like you're already tired. You don't know what to do again. Like there is no more strength. And some of this particular situation can occur maybe in your finances. You don't understand what is basically happening. It feels like you have reached the limits. Like you don't get it. You don't know what will happen. Sometimes even in your place of work, it's just so tiring. And you're like, oh, I don't even know. Academically, it can be like, oh, like I'm reading, I'm not even getting it, what is really happening in many situations like that. Sometimes we pass through situations and it feels like our strength is no longer sufficient for us. So today I'd like to tell us a very short story. Few days back, I was actually in the library. I wanted to read. I was preparing for an examination. So when I went to the library to read, I stayed there reading through my book, but it was not entering. I'm not even going to lie, I was already frustrated. And I had to read because I had an examination. So that particular day, when I was trying to read my book, I was like, how would I read this book? How am I going to go through all of this? And I was already frustrated. So what I just did was, I said, okay, since I've actually read some other courses before, let me just revise for other courses. So I started my revision. I started going through some of the courses I'd read before. I started reading through those courses, and see and behold, light came. And those period of time that I was trying to say, okay, let me try to read and catch up, the library had to close. So I had to leave the library, and I got to the hostel, and I was like, okay, I think I actually need to continue my reading because I had already started enjoying the process of reading. But before, I'd already gotten to the end of myself. Before, I didn't understand what was actually happening. But all of a sudden, I just felt so interested in my books, and I was like, I'm going to read this course. So I got to the hostel. I started reading. I was like, is this me? All of a sudden, I just started speaking in tongues. I started praying. And then I got the light that it wasn't by my strength. I'd gotten to the end of myself where I felt like, you know what, this book did not enter anymore. I only said, okay, don't let me waste my time in the library. Let me just revise what I've read. And I remember ranting to my friend, telling him, I don't get it, but see how God came through for me. Sometimes in the situation of your life, it takes you opening up to God. It takes you saying, God, I need you to help me. It takes you saying, God, I need your help. It's just like 3 words you need to say. Help me, Lord, and it will come through for you. It's the one that sees the end from the beginning. Have you forgotten the word that says the strength is made perfect in our weakness? So you shouldn't for any reason bottle up emotions or feel like, it's the end. Talk to God. Communicate with him. That very day, it's not even as if I even mentioned that God help me, but because he sees, he knows, and he's always with me. He saw me through. Sometimes for the situation of your life, for you to recover, for you to have strength, for you to regenerate again, it takes you saying, God help me. So please, let's learn to say the word God help me anytime we feel like we're worn out. Bye guys.